talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Rat. That's what we calling you. What's good?
None, chilling.
You chilling.
Yes, sir.
How's things going?
It's all right. Everything's good here.
Okay, all right. So you chatting with Jay. So what you do? What's good? What are we talking about?
We're talking about the maintenance craft. Specifically, I'm a maintenance mechanic.
Maintenance mechanic. Nice.
I had commented on a few of your videos about the maintenance craft, being the laborer custodial and the maintenance mechanic being the best jobs in the post office.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning. Very good place to start.
Okay.
How long you been with the post office?
I came in November 2020.
What made you get into the post office?
Okay, well, I had a decent paying job, but when that thing hit, they had to make some cutbacks, and I was looking for somewhere that was more secure.
Right.
I was thinking, city, state, county, government jobs. Now I went to searching and landed on the post office.
Okay. So what happened then? What did you apply for?
I initially applied for, I applied for everything. I applied for all the clerk positions at the stations and at the plant. I applied for mail handler in every city I can within probably 50 miles.
Okay.
I ended up accepting the mail handler position.
Right.
Just because it came up first.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, once you get there and you get to talking to people, I had come in when they had the COVID exceptions. So they were over their allotment of MHAs. So when they made that big chop at the beginning of 2021, I heard it was coming. And I had been talking to people. They said, the maintenance people, they come in as career.
Right. Okay.
So I saw an opportunity to not get let go. I still needed to make some money. I initially wanted to be a mechanic then. They said if you're a custodian, once you're in the craft, you could apply immediately. You don't have to wait for it to come up.
Okay.
So I applied for that one. I got in there in April 2021.
Okay. A little less than a year ago.
Yep. And then I took the 955 exam to be a mechanic.
So in order to become a custodian, did you have to take a test?
I did.
Okay. Was it easy? Was it common knowledge?
That's what they listed as. There's no practice exam for it because it is common knowledge.
Okay.
They ask you regular household things like what tool would you use to unscrew a screw? It'll be like a hammer, a screwdriver, or a car.
Okay, that's pertinent information. Now this was for the custodial craft, right?
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of people ask me that question and I don't really give too much information. I have it, but I'm not skilled in that. So you're saying that it's a basic knowledge.
It's all common knowledge.
All right. And do you remember what the assessment number was for that?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Well, whoever applies for it, they'll come up with it, hopefully. Okay, so let's get this straight. You started off as an MHA, then you became a janitor, custodian.
Yep.
And then what happened?
Then I took my 955 exam. I passed that. Then I needed to interview to become a mechanic.
What is the 955? What does that mean? What is it, the 955 exam?
That's the test exam for all mechanic positions.
Okay,
In quotes.
so there's no specified information with that? That's for all mechanics?
Yeah, they grade you differently. Like, so you could qualify for one position as a mechanic and not another, because you have some people who are more focused on electrical stuff. So if you
Right.
did really good on the practical stuff on the exam, but you failed all the electrical stuff, you won't qualify as an electrician, but you may be able to be a building mechanic or a machine mechanic.
Okay. So that 955 has different sections in it, is what you're telling me.
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. I'm hoping that you continue to read these comments when I post this video, because they're going to ask a lot of questions, and hopefully you could chime in.
I'm out there reading. I try to help where I can.
Okay. I don't help. I just give information.
That's helping.
So you went from one to the other, and then what happened after you had to go interview?
Since I was already in the maintenance craft, they just consider it a promotion. So I just needed an assignment change.
Wait. Let's back up. What do you mean you were in a maintenance craft? You said you were a custodian.
Custodians are part of the maintenance craft.
Well, slap me silly and shave me naked. I didn't know that.
They absolutely are.
Okay, so to clarify for those that don't know, custodians are part of the maintenance craft. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
And in order to progress within the maintenance craft, you have to take a test. Is that
Yes,
correct?
you do. Yes.
You passed that test.
I did.
And then you got a promotion.
Yep.
Which means more money, more money, more money.
That's what it means.
That means you got more money than me.
I don't know about that one.
I ain't got no money, cousin. All right. Just wanted to clarify that, because a lot of people ask these same questions over and over again. But I got you here. So you made it. You went from one, you took a step up. Now you're a maintenance mechanic. What are you maintaining? Because all our machines, we broke all the time. Talk to me, brother.
So all of the mail sorting machines, mechanics work on. I started on the DBs, the DBCS machines.
Okay.
You got people on the 100s, 200s, the APBS, the flat sorters. You have to get trained on the specific machines.
Okay. So they give you more training. Well, they actually give you training once you pass the test. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a hands-on, somebody's walking around with you saying, hey, if this happens, this is what you do. If that happens, this is what you do.
Yeah, you get that general training, but then you're supposed to go to school for each specific machine you're going to be working on.
Oh, okay. So continue.
Oh no, so because you can work on the low cost machines doesn't mean you can work on the spivs. Like, completely different machine.
Okay.
So you need to be qualified for the machine you're working on.
All right. Because from what we just gathered, I don't know if you read, I'm sure it's your craft, you heard about the individual that had that tragic accident, right?
No, I'm not familiar with.
I'm gonna have to send you the link where the dude lost his arm, and he sued the post office and won because of lack of training. Yeah.
Well, if he lost his arm, he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Okay, I don't know. I don't play with machines. I get in truck and drive. But I'll send you the link to that. I just read that the other day. Yeah, so they actually supposed to train you. Did you get physical training on everything?
You work at the post office, Jay.
Man, say less then, cousin. All right, so it's hands-on, figure it out as you go. All right. I know that they're supposed to give you some schooling when it comes to the electrician work, though, for certain.
Yes. Okay, so you're supposed to go to Oklahoma for the IES training. Um, the classes now are filled up. So they was trying to get me in, but in the meantime, I'm just doing my hands-on at the plant.
What's that for? Is that the same type of class, or is it, you were saying they were supposed to train you on every machine. Where do they do that every machine training?
But the bulk of the training happens in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Okay. And
I'm
that includes
sorry.
each specific machine
Yes.
as well as the electronic, the electrician.
Yep.
So what happens when you decide you want to become electrician? Do you have to take that test over, or did you pass that section already?
That's the only thing I didn't qualify for. So that's a couple of steps away. But
So
if you scored high enough, you could also score high enough to pass it, but then fail that section of the interview.
Okay. Okay.
So you would have to re-interview for it.
Retake a test or re-interview?
If you already qualified on the test, you only need to re-interview. If you failed the test, you need to retest.
Okay, okay. So you don't have to take the test over. You just have to show that when you're sitting in front of somebody and they say, hey, how much wattage or voltage, I don't know nothing about electricity, would be using to power this machine, and what do we do, and what kind of breakers, etc.
Exactly.
Okay. So you would just have to have the knowledge in order to answer those questions in order to move forward, to get the training, right?
And realistically, to pass those sections of the interview, at least when I did it and everyone I've spoken to, you kind of already have to be doing the job, because they're asking you specific machine questions. And without having done it, you wouldn't know the answers to it.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of a catch-22, where they're going to ask you, well, what kind of voltage goes into the, low-cost machine? Like, I've never worked on that specific machine before. What do you mean? So you kind of, even if you know electricity, you actually have to physically kind of train with an electrician. Is that what you're throwing out?
Kind of, but you're kind of like an apprentice when you first come in. That's why it's better. Like, well, for me, like if an electrician off the street could absolutely pass the exam.
Okay.
Just his wealth of knowledge would be enough to get him through. Then he just have to learn the particulars about the machines. But if just starting out, taking the steps would probably be better for someone.
Okay. So have you ever done any of that type of work before?
Every day.
So you've done this type of work before?
You mean prior to kid? No, not really, no.
Okay, so 2 years.
If you're handy and you like take things apart, or you like saving some money, if you're changing your own oil, or working on your car, you're well on your way.
Okay. So you just got to know basic tools and basic know-hows, and then they learn the machine.
Absolutely get you in the door.
Okay. All right. So you say you're 2 years in, you are now career, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it took you a year of bouncing from one place to the other, with the mail handler assistant down to just going over, and you just kind of made that power move.
Yeah.
What you like about the job? I mean, you ain't got no complaints, bro. I know you ain't got no complaints. Y'all don't do nothing, man. I ain't gonna knock you while you're on here, but while the machine's broken all the time, bro.
A lot of it is operator error. Some of it's just the mail. Some people send things in the mail that shouldn't be going through those machines. Whether that's chocolate bars or packets of ketchup to, shampoo. And when it gets in there and it starts getting up in those gears and on those belts, it's going to be a problem. And, they're just running all the time.
Okay. So it's just, wear and tear.
Yeah.
Because I hear the alarms going off all the time. I hear them on the loudspeaker. We need a mechanic to the blah, blah, blah. We need a mechanic. So you stay busy.
Yeah. That's the good thing.
What shift doesn't stay busy? Because there's one shift that I never hear anybody call you guys.
Tour 1 is the easiest for us.
Tour 1, for somebody that doesn't know, is what hours?
Tour 1 is 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay. You said it's the easiest, huh?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So to backtrack a little bit, mechanic, you the ones that come and fix the dock plates as well, or no?
No. Okay, so the BEMs, they're mechanics, the building mechanics, they'll work on the dock plates. If anything is I don't know the requirements, but things past a certain voltage or skill level, they'll call in contractors.
So there's two different types of mechanics: building mechanics, and then
MMs, maintenance mechanics, MPEs, mail processing equipment, ETs are the electrical technicians. You have BEMs, which are the building mechanics. You have your NSTs. I don't know what NST stands for, but when the ETs don't know what they're doing, they call it NSTs. They come in when there's a big move, when you're moving a machine from downstairs to upstairs, or you're building a machine from scratch.
Okay.
They come in there.
Oh, so you got a whole squad.
Yeah.
I don't never see none of y'all. Why we y'all be hiding? I know you laughing. You on this channel, dog. I want to know how come this stuff
Well, usually, shoulder deep in the machine. That's why. He's in the midst like that.
Okay, I hear you. Because there's a domino effect. If the machines ain't running or machine goes down, that means that the mail ain't being processed. Mail ain't being processed, that means it's not being moved out by the mail handlers. The mail handlers ain't bringing it out, then my truck is sitting there empty. And I'm like, well, what's going on? They're like, oh, the machine's broken down. I'm like, well, did anybody call a mechanic? Where you been at, dog? Where you been at, dog? Trying to figure out where you be.
I'm right there with it.
You said that twice already, bro. You said that twice. Okay,
Yes,
so after you leave the post office, where are you going to go work?
After I leave the post office, I land in a good spot. Here's the good thing about, again, the maintenance craft and mechanics is, you're a mail handler, you're a mail handler. You're a clerk, you're a clerk. Mechanics are able to progress. As in, you're always learning. There's another step. I'm not just stuck as an MM. Once I get enough practical knowledge, I'm an interview for MPE. Once I'm there, I'm gonna try to do some ET learning. Then you can move up to ET. Then again, you can still go to BEM. You can go to NST. Like, you're not just you're an MM and then you're an MM forever, for your whole career.
Mm-hmm. So you still ain't answered my question. Where you gonna go work after you leave the post office?
After that, to work, I think I'm good here.
Yeah, you landed a good job then, huh, cousin?
I think so.
All right. So you've been putting in your retirement and all that good stuff?
Yes, of course.
Is the pay good enough to take care of your family, your home?
It is.
Okay. You look like a young man. So what would you have done differently? Talking about work at the post office and possibly where you worked before. I mean, it's a personal question. Or where did you go to college?
I did.
Which one?
I went to WCC, Westchester Community College.
Okay, all right. I think my son took some classes there. Okay. So what would you have done differently between then and where you are now? Would you have went straight to the post office, or do you like the path that you took?
No, I would have probably went straight there. Probably went straight there. From school, I went to the service.
Okay. Ah, you dirty rat, you left that out. I cheese rat, but you dirty rat. That's why you got all the preferences. You went to the service.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, though.
Thank you, sir. I came out, I was really into computers. I was going to do that. One thing led to another. I got into the hospitality service. And I stayed there for 19 years before things slowed down to a stop.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. So you got about 20 years left at the post office, give or take?
Right around there.
I can assume what your age is. We knocking on the door together. Okay. Yeah, man. For the last couple of years, I used to see you chime in and, I was like, I wonder what this guy is about. Cause some of the comments I thought were funny. You always kept a little, on my channel. And I truly appreciate getting a chance to talk to you. But what I want from you is, if you had a chance at this moment to tell anything to anybody, because you not only work in the field you're in, but you were MHA before. Tell me the good, tell me the bad, tell me the ugly.
Of all the crafts?
Of the post office in general. I mean, where you're at right now is cake. It's cake work.
Yeah.
But you
the
see, you walk past. I know. I watched the mechanics just walk past two people banging in the corner, and they just be looking what they do. They be like, They go back with their little rubber band and go fix it. So tell me the good, the bad, the ugly, man. You've been there.
Well, the ability to make the amount of money you can make doing the minimal amount of work is astounding to me. Somebody who used to work for my money.
And you don't work now. You're not making a case for you guys. You're not making a case for you guys now.
No, I do, but that leads into the bad. Everybody doesn't work. A few people shoulder a lot of the burden of the work there.
Okay.
And that's what it is.
That's what every craft, though. I think that's what every.
For sure. So if I'm on one machine and there's another machine breaks down behind me, somebody comes and gets me and like, hey, when you're finished with that, can you get this one? So like, where's everybody else at?
I know I punched in with about 15 people. Where they at? Okay. So your co-workers could be lazy, I guess. And that's what every craft. The money for the minimal amount of work, that's just your craft though, bro. I mean, don't take it personal, because they say truck drivers don't do anything either.
I know.
But I've been driving 25 years. So I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, once things become mechanical, like some machines are the same, the problems are the same. Like, you go to the computer, mostly jams, faults, or a belt broke. I mean, you change 100 belts in a day. You're like, it's not really work to change a belt.
Right. It's pretty much common knowledge. Okay. So you guys experience drama over on your end, or is things pretty much individual?
Nah, the people are the people, and we're forced to work as a team. Whether you can't troubleshoot a problem, you don't know what it is, so you're gonna run into even if you know more than somebody, or you're gonna run into something you don't know.
Okay. You seem like a likable guy, so you don't seem like you run into too much foolishness.
I avoided every chance I can.
All right, you got to check out my video I'm posting later on this evening. I just recorded it before we chat. So the money's good. Your craft is good. When you were a mail handler, what would you say? What were the circumstances there?
I like that too. The great thing about that is mail handler is 100% effort. Like you could come in and decide to be the best mail handler ever, and you're going to be the best mail handler ever, just because you feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
One side to the other, that's cool enough.
Okay. All right. You definitely got to hear my video later because you're almost saying some of the things that I put in my video later. But I'm not going to take too much more of your time. I think that you covered all the bases. If somebody says, hey, Jay, how much does a starting maintenance mechanic make coming in? Or what is the base salary?
You're asking?
I'm asking you. You're the one.
I think the base starting salary is 47,000.
I thought it was mid-40s. Okay.
But if you are making 47,000 as a maintenance mechanic, you are a slacker, in my opinion.
Okay.
Nobody there makes 47.
You ain't got to tell us what you make, but I think you definitely hit the nail on the head. So, do you guys work overtime?
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, not every place is as heavy as your place because of your location. So, a lot of people just want to know what the base pay is. And when you come in, obviously, you're coming in as career, and you're at the bottom of the list as well. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty far down.
But that doesn't mean anything when it comes to you guys, does it? Except for just picking your tours or something?
Basically, yeah.
And your vacations.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think I have any more questions. In closing, what kind of advice would you give somebody? Because my audience is primarily between the ages of 23, 24, up to 35. In closing.
I'd say you can't listen to everybody. There's a lot of misinformation, which just dominoes down the road to more misinformation, and people pass on that misinformation. So do your own research. And I mean, reading from credible sources. Talk to your union reps if you don't know anything. And if you put your head down and work, you're gonna see some fruits to your labor.
Okay. All right. I'd like to see some machines fixed so that my truck don't be late. My guy, Mr. Rat, I truly appreciate your time. Hopefully we'll chat the next couple months. Just, kind of peek at this video because people will be having some questions. And maybe you can give them some answers. I don't really give advice, I just give information.
I'll try my best.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you.